There are three main difficulties in confronting climate change policy. One is the nation state and politicians committed above all to growth, dominated by the electoral cycle, assuming that they want to be re-elected more than anything else. And in order to do that, they have to maintain GDP. And so economic growth is what it's about, whereas economic growth is the problem, as far as climate is concerned. That's one villain, the nation states and the politicians. But the second villain is capitalism. The pursuit for profit is the kind of, the perpetual invention of more and more industries, burning fossil fuels and polluting the environment. And the third villain is the ordinary consumer, because success becomes measured by how many consumption goods you have, and nobody's going to vote for politicians who say you've got to have less. And so it's not, you can't just blame capitalists and politicians, it's us too, it's the ordinary people. So all three have to be tackled in some way, and I'm very pessimistic that it can be tackled, unless there's some miraculous new technology, alternative technology which is emissions free, and there isn't one on the horizon at the moment. There is a small environmental movement. There is the hope, which is on the consumer side and attempting to put pressure on governments, and there was some movement before the present recession. Some countries have better records than others. But once the recession came, forget it. There is some hope. Not all industries, not all capitalists are gross polluters, and so the low emissions industries might well break ranks with the fossil fuel industries and become converts. And a few of them are. I mean, Walmart, an unlikely savior of the planet, is certainly pledging itself to very low emissions. Of course, it is already. It's only its transport really that involves very much. But there's no necessary reason for capitalism to be solidly against. And then there's the international level, the European Union and the East Asian states. They're really in the advance of what's going on, and perhaps they can put pressure on others, but at the moment, the problem with the United States is simply not interested. One major political party says it's all a hoax. And China, though it is interested and has a lot of alternative technology development going on, that's just overwhelmed by its rate of industrialization. And so, the two major, emerging major powers, United States, which is already there, and China, which is emerging, are real obstacles.